Hello everyone, it's Patricia. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with my December SCENTSY empties for the month. It's my favorite video to film. As you know, I warm probably about 75% SCENTSY, but I also warm other things. So I think my non-SCENTSY empty video will probably be tomorrow. So I like to go through the current things that are available first. So we'll do bars first because that's my favorite. The first bar I went through, we'll talk about is Iced Pine. Iced Pine is green fir and pine, icy peppermint. Yeah, it was pretty strong in my open area downstairs. Did well. I didn't drop it. Did well. I was pretty pleased with it. I'm a peppermint girl, so I think that's why I really like Iced Pine. So the next one I went through is Welcome Home. And it had a tiny bit of sweat on that one. This one is warm and welcoming cinnamon with spices. And it's right up my alley. It's a nice soft cinnamon. Some people might say a little bit more than soft, but I can handle cinnamon. So now this one I get mixed results with. In my daughter's room, it doesn't work the greatest, but here in my bedroom, it's a little bit better. I do really love Welcome Home in the car bar. And also I like it in the SCENTSY Go pods. So I'll probably pick up one other bar at some point, but that will be plenty for me. Another one I went through, new for me, is Bubblegum Blast in the kids section. This one is described as bright orange, juicy cherry, and sweet vanilla. It's trying to replicate a bubblegum, but it's a little bit, it's got a certain tone in it that I can't quite pick up. My son wanted it in his room, and then after a bit, he's like, what's that disgusting smell in here? And it was the Bubblegum Blast. He didn't like it after a while. So, it's okay. I actually ended up mixing it with sugar one day, and I really like that combination. So, let's go through some scents of the month. Let's start with upcoming January scent of the month, Strawberry Champagne Truffle. I warmed through this whole bar. I did not make any samples yet. Okay, this one is described as fresh strawberries and creamy vanilla with a splash of champagne. I do not get much effervescence or anything like that. The champagne, I think, just gives it a heightened note. The strawberry is like a chapstick, kid's strawberry. It has a bit of a waxy characteristic. That's what makes me think chapstick. And the vanilla is in there. I do not find it's very strong, and I do not find it lasts very long. I describe this scent for me as a one and done, so I would probably order it once and then I would be done with it. But if you really like those scents and you don't want something super strong, then give it a try. Maybe stick to a smaller area for that one. The next one we're going to talk about is kind of along the same line, Rainbows and Butterflies. This one is described as fresh strawberries, pineapple juice, and vanilla citrus. So it has a little bit more oomph to it than that one. And it has more of a candy vibe. I like to put this in if I want something that's kind of sweet and not long lasting down in my open concept space. If I want to just kind of get something with a good punch for a few hours and then I change it out after about a day. But yeah, Rainbows and Butterflies. Another one I used up, Spring Forward. This was my very first scent of the month kit, Spring Forward. And my goal is to use up, I think I have one bar left, like a partial bar. Now this is very strong in here. I definitely feel like it's gotten stronger over the last year. I like to mix it with Peppermint Rush. Sounds like a strange combination, but for me it works really well. It has Italian bergamot, raspberry jam, and cedar wood. So I think with the Peppermint Rush, it just gives it a bit of a peppermint tone with a bright, clean scent. Now the other thing is, I want to mention, with my room spray, I put the room spray in the downstairs mini bathroom. It has been there since March. It's still maybe a third left. It lasts forever. The other thing I like to do with the room spray is when I steam clean my floors, you know how there's a water canister? So I squirt maybe 20 to 25 drops or sprays of Spring Forward down in there, add the water. When I steam clean, it kind of just goes through the air and it makes my house feel really clean. So whenever I see Spring Forward, I just kind of think clean. Anyway, it's probably because of my steam cleaner, but anyway, let's do December scent of the month, Christmas Cuddles. I always wish that the wax color throws me off a little bit. This one is described as caramel, bourbon, vanilla, cinnamon, and clove. This one, people are getting really different things from this. But this reminds me, and someone kind of said it and it kind of triggered my thought process. Someone said something about candies and stuff like that. But you know how when you eat chocolate, like in one of those pot of golds or something, you grab a chocolate, you're not sure what you're grabbing, you bite into it and you almost have like a cherry weirdness in the middle with a bunch of goo. That's what this scent reminds me of. Almost like you weren't expecting it, you don't know if you really like it, you kind of taste cherry, you kind of taste chocolate, you kind of taste a bunch of things, and you're not really sure what you think of it all together. That's kind of what I get from this. Now, this one lasts at least 2 days down in my open area. It's a great performer in my opinion, pretty strong and lasts for a while. But maybe not for everyone. I don't mind it. I think I'm going to be pleased because I have a hard time finding scents that work well in my big areas, so I'm pretty happy with this. The other thing it kind of reminds me of is when someone's cooking and they're like, oh, let me just throw a little bit of every spice in the cupboard in there and see what we get. And sometimes the food that is the end result tastes pretty good, but it's not outstanding, and it kind of tastes a little jumbled and like it has no direction. That's kind of what I get from this scent. So anyway. Okay, this is my last scent of the month. It's not my last bar, unfortunately. Let's talk about Amber Hollow. So this one is a strong scent. It's probably one of the strongest scentsy scents I've smelled. Clove leaf, cardamom, dark amber, and cedarwood. As time goes on, I am disliking this more and more. So it's funny because Adrian, my friend, suggested mixing this with All You Need Is Love. So I put 1 cube of each in a glass warmer in my daughter's bathroom. I think it lasted almost 2 weeks. And no joke, almost 2 weeks, those 2 cubes together. And now I think I can still smell that in there despite changing the wax. But the other thing was, in my garage, I decided to put an old Scentsy warmer that had a little bit of damage, like the paint had chipped. But it's a really bright warmer. It's a glass warmer. And just to give us some light when we go into the garage so you don't have to turn on all the lights. So I put a cube of Amber Hollow in there. My husband said, what are you doing? And I said, what? He goes, well, it's really cold in here. That's not going to melt. I go, yes. So he goes, well, if it doesn't melt, you're not going to smell it. And I go, exactly. So that's my story about Amber Hollow for the month. It's just really funny. I thought it was funny. He laughed. Okay, let's talk older fragrances. The first one I finished up, and I should say, when I say finished up, I don't open a clam and kind of use everything up. I kind of open and use some and then go back to it. Comment below, are you someone that like opens a clam and then finishes it off kind of fairly soon, or do you kind of go little bits and pieces? I kind of like to do an informal survey every month, and the last one we did was are you a seasonal or are you a mood melter? And I would say most people were a seasonal in their open area or their living space, big main room kind of thing, and they were kind of mood melters in other spots of their house, like bedrooms and things like that. So just to give you the overall summary. But yeah, this month, comment below, are you someone that opens and finishes quick, or do you have stragglers? I'm probably a straggler person, but I'm actually trying to open and finish things a little bit faster. But this one was ongoing for a while, is Amethyst, which was in the Crystal collection. It's lavender petals, chamomile, and tonka bean. This one grew on me. I actually ended up enjoying this one down in my son's bedroom quite a bit. It was really nice. I like to put it on when my mom was coming over because it's a scent that I thought my mom would enjoy. So if that one went in clearance, I might actually pick up a bar. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Now, the first time I tried this scent, it was in a scent circle that my sponsor gave to me. She wasn't my sponsor at the time. She was my consultant. And I bought an order, and she included a scent sample of chocolate coconut cream. A scent circle, sorry. And I thought, this is disgusting. I hate this smell. But my daughter thought the same thing. But when you add heat to this scent, it's really, really nice. It's a little bit of a variant of like Hug in a Mug, but I prefer this. So it has cocoa powder, coconut cream, and caramel. It's really nice. A nice soft chocolatey scent with that caramel and a little bit of coconut twist. It's really, really nice. I like that one a lot. And I hope it comes back someday and bring back my bar. Okay, on my birthday, I warmed one of my favorites. I don't know if this is everyone's favorite, but I really enjoy lime scents. And this is lime and sugar cane, which is lime, sugar cane, and frozen mint. So this mint is probably more like an authentic mint. This is really, really strong. It's very volatile in the air. You can really, really smell it through the house. It was nice and strong. I had it going with the vanilla lime candle from Yankee Candle. I had a couple of those going, so my house smelled really, really nice and fresh, close to Christmas, so that was nice. Well, let's talk 3 upcoming Bring Back My Bars. So I'm trying to warm through any of the ones that I have so they don't have as much warming in the month of January, but let's talk Southern Evening. It was in Tester Tuesday, very, very dark, and this one was super sweaty. And sometimes I'm not sure if the sweatiness impacts performance, but I'll try to warm through a little bit of my new bar and compare. But this is French Lavender, Geranium, Subtle Fruits, and Musk. It has a lot of that musky tone with the florals. It's nice and soothing, but it is on the stronger side in the package. I found it worked better in a smaller room. The next one we're going to talk about is Central Park Pralines. This one is quite strong. It is rich roasted pecans, buttery caramel, and cinnamon sugar. I find it's not very sweet, very strong, nutty tone to this. Very rich and deep. Would be a great mixed with, like I said, Toffee Butter Crunch might be nice. Caramel Vanilla Delight might be nice. Even something like Cozy Chai. You could mix a bunch of different things with this because pecans go with a lot of things. Anyway, that one might be a Scentsy Club edition for me. We'll see. This one's definitely my going in my Scentsy Club January 1st. I'm editing, and just so you know, I'm able to edit. I'm just hoping that I can still edit come January 1st, but Apple S'mores. Probably one of my favorite Scentsy scents. There's another one in here that might rally this one for top place. Oh, man. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, Tom. I know he hates this scent. He keeps tormenting me. Okay, this one is Apples, Cinnamon Glaze, Coconut Milk, Toasted Marshmallow, Vanilla Creme, and Warm Cedarwood. Yes to all that. I love it. I love it. I don't want to go on and on, but yeah, you'll be seeing that coming up in future empties, that's for sure. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. Blackberry Meringue. We're on to Bring Back My Bars. Blackberry Meringue. Now, my goal this month for Bring Back My Bars was to finish up last July, like the July set, so that I could kind of start with the new set. And I have a boatload in my Scentsy closet, so of older Bring Back My Bars. So, you know, I got to start warming and kind of slowing my roll on the hauls, but it's a struggle. Okay, Blackberry Meringue is blackberry, sugared fig, black plum, and ground spice. This one definitely got stronger as the months went on. I really, really enjoyed this. I had it going in my laundry room. I had it going in my son's room. I really, really liked that one. I think I even had that going in my open concept area. Did I not? I can't remember. White Sands. This is in my Scentsy Club. Really, really like this one. Night Blooming Jasmine, Coconut Milk, and Rice. This is definitely a keeper for me. I really, really like that. Does well in bedrooms. It felt like it was stronger again since July. This one got stronger too, and maybe not in a favorable way for me. Coconut Flower. Tropical Blossoms, Pineapple, and Coconut Milk. I like it. I think I have a couple more, but I'm pretty good with that. It was a pretty good performer. It lasted a few days, I found. White Sands seemed to last forever, by the way, but okay. This one is one I like to use in my bonus room. Woodland Suede. It's really deep, masculine, rugged, but I like it. I have it in my Scentsy Club, but I probably will edit it out because I don't love it. I like it quite a bit, but I don't absolutely love it. But then sometimes I think, well, maybe I shouldn't edit it out. I don't know what to do. Anyway, my thought is if you don't absolutely love it, maybe edit it out. But yeah, this works and lasts for a long time in my bonus room, so I like to kind of reuse it in that location. And 2 more. This one is one of my favorites as well. It's a very youthful scent, Banana Berry. It has banana cream and strawberries. So as it warms, it kind of gets that creamy kind of vibe going on towards the end. Oh. And the other thing for this one is I find it needs to build in the room. So it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. You're like, this one's not very good. But then it builds and builds and builds, and then you can really smell it. So this is going downstairs. I decided to throw it in my open area and see how it would perform. And it's doing pretty well. So it's been going all day. Usually in that big area, I kind of keep things going 1 day, maybe 2 at the most, because it's such a big area that scent is lost quickly. So, okay, this is one of my favorites. Probably battling Apple S'mores. I really, really like mint fragrances. So there's probably always going to be some mint fragrances that are kind of creeping into my top 5, top 10. This one took me by surprise last July. I love it. Marshmallow mint. It is buttermint, marshmallows, and amber. And sometimes I'm not huge on all ambers, but this one I like, maybe because it feels like a lighter amber to me. But I put this downstairs and I thought, okay, this is more of a bedroom scent for me because I don't know how strong it's going to be. But I put it down in my big area, and maybe like 45 minutes after I started the warmer, I'm like, what is that smell? What is that smell? Just like, oh yeah. I remembered what I put in, and I was just like, man, I don't want to even leave here. I'm just perking and I'm staying right here. I really, really like this one. So sometimes with Bring Back My Bars, it's so exciting because you get to revisit things that you maybe hadn't experienced. So I have only been into Scentsy for a little over a year, and I've only been a consultant since February 1st. So I am still experiencing things new every day. Okay, so we just have a few more things. What I'm going to do is pause the video quickly, and I'm going to sort through my testers and just discuss any testers I don't have completed bars for, and I'll discuss them very briefly because most of them should be in Tester Tuesday. So just one moment, I will pause the video. Okay, I'm back. So I want to talk to you quickly about testers. Now, if you're a consultant, basically this is just going to apply to you very quickly. I'll try not to take everybody's time up. But you should be trying to warm or do something with about 10 testers every month, because say if a transition kit has like 55 testers and you get 6 months to use those up, you roughly have like 9 or 10 testers to use up each month, or you're going to start building up a supply. Just ask me about the supply. But yes, I would try to make it a challenge to you to either use some up, give them away as samples, make samples out of them, do something with them so they don't keep stockpiling. Diana from Diana DM Scents, I believe, is her YouTube channel. She used a boatload of testers one month. It might have been last month. And I was like, you go, girl. But anyway, if you are a consultant and you use up a lot of testers, I want you to mention in comments below. If you have a YouTube channel, I want to check it out. So, okay. This one is Toffee Butter Crunch. I used this to mix with something. I think I might have mixed it with Central Park Pralines just to give a little bit more sweetness. It was really nice. Jumpin' Jelly Bean we covered in Tester Tuesday, so we won't talk too much about that, but it's nice and strong, and then it kind of dips down. You have to sit really, really close to the warmers for that one. And my mom, it's one of her favorite scents, so it's kind of cute because it's a kid scent. Satin Sheets. This one was pretty good. It was not, I like it. It was better for a bedroom in my opinion because it's kind of a medium scent throw. So, Dark Harbor. Also, in my opinion, better for a bedroom or a bathroom. A little bit more zing to it, a little bit more fragrance to this one. Nice aquatic, deep scent. Very nice. A little bit on the, I love lime, so that's kind of what I wish I could, pick up a little bit more. But kind of has a little bit of a leathery smell. Anyway, somewhat smaller space scent for me. Blackberry Orange Marmalade or Marmalade. This one was nice and strong in here. It did fairly well downstairs. I still have half a bar to kind of warm throughout my house. So I tried it in my bonus room mixed with apple butter frosting, and it was just okay. So I think I prefer it almost on its own. But you could even mix this with like Sunkissed Citrus because it has a bit of a citrus orange vibe if you wanted to change it up a little bit. Frosted White Birch is a retired scent. I really did not care for this scent at all. It's very cologne-y to me. I put it in my kids' bathroom, so it wasn't so bad. I didn't have to smell it very often. I also put a couple of these Mariposa Lilies. They're quite sweaty. This was a scent that was quite sweaty. It almost seemed like Scentsy had a season where they had a lot of sweaty bars, and it makes me think of, I wear a lot of, these are like Lululemon shirts. They're the very thin running shirts, although I don't run anymore. But Lululemon had a problem with a lot of dyes leaking. And I remember thinking, it's almost like they need to get a grip on this, And maybe that's what happened with Scentsy when they had a lot of that sweating, because really, you don't see as much sweaty bars from the newer scents. All the sweaty bars seem to be mostly from that kind of time frame. Correct me if I'm wrong if you've experienced, I'm sure the occasional bar sweats, but man, there was a time where it seemed like a lot of those from that kind of era were sweaty. Anyway, back on track. Sea Sun and Fun, 2 mini testers in my daughter's bathroom. She loved it. She said, this smells like hairspray. So we can't get it anymore. She goes, oh. Atlanticare is one of my favorites. It's in my Scentsy Club. A very fresh, feminine twist on a salty sea air scent. It's very nice. And one of my favorites, this is probably way up there. Again, I really, really like apple scents. So we have apple butter frosting. You'll always hear me talk favorably about this scent. Oh, man. Makes me happy to the depths of my soul. It's good. Most people like that one. It's got a little sweetness, a little bit of apple. It's very, very nice and pleasant. So we're going to move on. We just have a few items to finish things up. One thing I want to talk about is my mom brought this home for me. She finally finished a bar. And I said, what did you think of it? It's passion fruit colada. She goes, I really like the spice in it. I said, I don't think there's any spice in that one. She goes, oh. But mainly I've been giving my mom since Mother's Day. My mom has finished 2 bars since Mother's Day. So what do you do with that? I don't know. Anyway, I didn't tell her. I said, she goes, what do you need those for? I said, oh, I might talk about it in my video. She doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, but. Okay, so we have 4 items we'll quickly go over. Counter Clean and Lemon Verbena. This, I'm not huge in a lemon sense. Like, I like lemon in life, but I don't know if I want tons of lemony scents going on. But lately, I have a little bit on my nose. I ordered coconut lemongrass because I just need a little brightness, and I had a lemon scent going down yesterday. But Izzy Lizzie, she suggested taking Happy Birthday and adding it to lemon verbena in wax form, obviously not counter clean, and that gives you a lemon meringue pie vibe in your house. So I might pick up lemon verbena just so I can do her mix, but this is not my favorite scent. I know Alexandra really, really likes this scent, but everybody likes different scents, and that's okay. Like I said, Tom is always teasing me because I like apple s'mores, and I don't really care. He can tease me as much as he wants, but I know he's just having fun. But everybody likes different scents, and that's okay. And we're just here to discuss what we like and how things work for us and how we think things will work for you. Okay, so this one is Honey Pear Cider. This I had going in my luggage in Vegas. So I'll probably always think of Vegas when I think of Honey Pear Cider, but I really, really like it. My sister detested this, so it just goes to show differences. She actually likes these kind of scents, lemon verbena. So when I picked out her Christmas bars, I actually looked many, many videos ago. I talked about doing sample bundles. So if you kind of want to know what your family likes and you want to include some gifts for them, do up a sample bundle of like 10 or 15 different little scents. Tell them you're doing research. Ask them a few questions, but ask them if there are any scents they really liked or disliked in your sample bundle. And that way, if the ones that they really, really like, those are the ones you give them as gifts. Sneaky. I try to be sneaky if I can. Okay, pumpkin roll. I finished up my second pot in pumpkin roll. It's like, I don't even really like pumpkin very much, but this is a very nice bakery scent, like yellow cake spices. I forget all the pumpkin, obviously, pumpkin pie filling. Let me see what it has here. It has pecans, butter spice, yellow cake, and creamy pumpkin pie filling. And 2 more things. They're in the laundry section. I finished up a 2-pack of Luna dryer discs. I don't find Luna super strong in the laundry, but it's funny because I always say that. I don't think it's very strong. And then I told you my middle child special needs, so he's in a wheelchair, so I do a lot of lifting. And I really, really notice when taking him out of the car, so he has a special seat, I take him out of the car and I kind of do this with him, and then I can smell like his jacket or his pants or his shirt, and I can definitely smell the different scents I'm using. So Luna's pretty nice. I like that. And this is a really, really nice scent, Silver Bells. It's like minty candy canes. It has pear. It has like velvety caramelized kind of component to it. But really you smell like a nice musky mint with other sweetness factored in. It's really, really nice. It's soft, but again, I can smell it when I get up really close to him. And I think with the washer whiffs and things like that, you have to ask yourself, are you someone that wants scents that, okay, let's backtrack. You always can tell when someone wears a lot of perfume because the perfume comes in the room before they do, if you catch my drift. So there's that person. Do you want your washer whiffs to be like that? which might be like Downy Unstoppables or things like that are really in your face? Or do you want to be like the subtle perfume person that in order to smell your scent, you have to get really close and intimate? So that is kind of what some of the washer whiffs do for me. It's more of like a close, intimate smell that you get from them. So if you want a bigger oomph to your scents, you might have to add more washer whiffs or try to use the whole line. But really, the washer whiffs and the dryer discs are what's going to give you the most scent, I believe. And Silver Bells just came with the washing liquid and the whiffs. So nothing else. Anyway, thanks for spending the last 27 minutes with me. Hopefully something was useful for this video. So don't forget, comment below. Do you open and finish your clams quickly, or do you let them kind of linger on and slow to finish? And I forget the other question I had for you guys. I'm sure you'll remember. Anyway, I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.